With the discovery of coronavirus, almost all countries are in a state of panic and has enforced many restrictions about public gathering. When an epidemic spreads beyond a country's borders, that's when the disease officially becomes a pandemic. Communicable diseases existed during humankind's hunter-gatherer days, but the shift to agrarian life 10,000 years ago created communities that made epidemics more possible. Malaria, tuberculosis, leprosy, influenza, smallpox and other first diseases appeared during this period. The more civilized humans became, building cities and trade routes to connect with other cities and waging wars with them, the diseased men took their diseases with them, spreading it to wherever they went. Let's now see a timeline of pandemics that changed history. First on our list is Athens 430 BC. The earliest recorded pandemic happened during the Peloponnesian War. This war was fought between the two most powerful cities in ancient Greece, Athens and Sparta, from 431 to 405 BC. After the disease passed through Libya, Ethiopia and Egypt, it came to Athens. As much as 2/3 of the population died. The symptoms included fever, thirst, bloody throat and tongue, red skin and lesions. The disease, suspected to have been typhoid fever, weakened the Athenians and was defeated by the Spartans. Next one on our list is 165 AD Antonine Plague. The Antonine Plague was possibly an early appearance of smallpox that began with the Huns. The Huns were nomadic warriors who terrorized much of Europe and the Roman Empire in the 4th and 5th centuries AD. The Huns then infected the Germans, who passed it to the Romans, and then returning troops spread it more throughout the Roman Empire. Symptoms included fever, sore throat, diarrhea, and if the patient lived long enough, pus-filled sores. This plague continued until about 180 AD and even Emperor Marcus Aurelius was one of the victims. Next on our list is 250 AD Cyprian Plague. People affected by the Cyprian Plague had diarrhea, vomiting, throat ulcers, fever and gangrenous hands and feet. Gangrene happens when a lack of oxygen-rich blood causes tissue to die in some part of the body. City dwellers fled to the country to escape the infection, but instead they spread the disease further. Possibly starting in Ethiopia, it passed through northern Africa into Rome and then on to Egypt and northward. There were recurring outbreaks over the next 3 centuries. In 444 AD, it hit Britain, causing the British to seek help from the Saxons, who would soon control the whole island. Next on our list is 541 AD Justinian Plague. First appearing in Egypt, the Justinian Plague spread through Palestine and then throughout the Mediterranean region. The plague changed the course of the empire of Emperor Justinian. Recurrences over the next 2 centuries eventually killed about 50 million people, which is roughly about 26% of the world population. It is believed to be the first significant appearance of the bubonic plague, which features enlarged lymphatic gland and is carried by rats and spread by fleas. Next on our list is the 11th century leprosy. Leprosy, though it had been around for ages, it grew into a pandemic in Europe in the Middle Ages. Leprosy is a slow-developing bacterial disease that causes sores and deformities. Leprosy was believed to be a punishment from God that ran in families. Now known as the Hansen's disease, it still affects tens of thousands of people a year and can be fatal if not treated with antibiotics. The next pandemic that happened was on 1350. The Black Death, responsible for the death of 1/3 of the world population. This second appearance of the bubonic plague possibly started in Asia and moved west. In 1347 AD, when plague sufferers entered Sicily, it spread throughout Europe rapidly. Dead bodies became so much in number that many remained rotting on the ground. At that time, England and France were at war, but the disease was so dangerous and rapidly spreading that they even called truce to their war. Even Vikings lost strength to wage battle during their exploration of North America when they were halted there. The next pandemic happened in 1492 and it was called the Columbian Exchange. Following the arrival of the Spanish in the Caribbean, diseases such as smallpox, measles and bubonic plague were passed along to the native populations by the Europeans. With no previous exposure, these diseases devastated the indigenous people, with as many as 90% dying throughout the North and South continents. When Christopher Columbus entered the island of Hispaniola, which is in the Caribbean islands, the population was 60,000. By 1548, the population became less than 500. This scenario repeated itself throughout America. In 1520, the Aztec Empire, which was in Mexico, was destroyed by a smallpox infection which was brought in by African slaves. A research in 2019 even concluded that the deaths of some 56 million Native Americans in the 16th and 17th century, largely through disease, may have altered Earth's climate as vegetation growth on previously tilled land drew more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and caused a cooling event. So, the next pandemic happened in 1665 and it is known as the Great Plague of London. The plague led to the deaths of 20% of London's population. The disease spread through ports along the Thames. This outbreak diminished only on 1666. The next one on our list is the first cholera outbreak, which happened in 1817. Cholera had 7 pandemics over the next 150 years. This was a small intestine infection that originally originated in Russia, where 1 million people died. Spreading through infected water and food, the bacterium was passed on to the British soldiers who brought it to India, where millions more died. The reach of the British Empire and its navy spread cholera to Spain, Africa, Indonesia, China, Japan, Italy, Germany and America, where it killed 150,000 people. A vaccine was created in 1885, but pandemics continued. The next on our list is the third plague pandemic, which happened in 1855. Starting in China and moving to India and Hong Kong, the bubonic plague claimed 15 million victims. Initially spread by fleas during a mining boom in Yunnan in China, India faced the most substantial casualties, and the epidemic was used as an excuse for repressive policies that sparked some revolt against the British. The pandemic was considered active until 1960, when cases dropped below a couple hundred. The next on our list is Fiji measles, which happened in 1875. After Fiji ceded to the British Empire, a royal party visited Australia as a gift from Queen Victoria. Arriving during a measles outbreak, the royal party brought back the disease with them to their island, and it was spread further by the tribal heads and police who met with them upon their return. Spreading quickly, the island was littered with corpses that were scavenged by wild animals, and entire villages died and were burned down, sometimes the sick trapped inside the fires. 1/3 of Fiji's population, which is a total of 40,000 people, died. Next on our list is the Russian flu, which happened in 1889. The first significant flu pandemic started in Siberia and Kazakhstan, traveled to Moscow and made its way into Finland and then Poland, where it moved into the rest of Europe. By the following year, it had crossed the ocean into North America and Africa. By the end of 1890, 360,000 people had died because of this pandemic. Next on our list is the Spanish flu, which happened in the year 1918. The Spanish flu resulted in 50 million deaths worldwide. It is theorized to have originated in China and been spread by Chinese laborers being transported by rail across Canada on their way to Europe. In North America, the first flu appeared in Kansas in early 1918 and was visible in Europe by spring. Wire service reports of a flu outbreak in Madrid in the spring of 1918 led to the pandemic being called the Spanish flu. By October, hundreds of thousands of Americans died, but the flu threat disappeared in the summer of 1919 when most of the infected had either developed immunities or died. Next on our list is the Asian flu, which happened in 1957. Starting in Hong Kong and spreading throughout China and then into the United States, the Asian flu became widespread in England, where over 6 months 14,000 people died. A second wave followed in early 1958, causing an estimated total of about 1.1 million deaths globally, with 116,000 deaths in the United States alone. A vaccine was developed effectively containing the pandemic. The next pandemic that we are about to see is actually not a pandemic but is a very deadly disease, and that is HIV/AIDS. It was first identified in 1981. AIDS destroys a person's immune system. Those infected by the HIV virus encounter fever, headache, and enlarged lymph nodes upon infection. AIDS was first observed in American gay communities but is believed to have developed from a chimpanzee virus from the West Africa in the 1920s. The disease, which spreads through certain body fluids, moved to Haiti in the 1960s and then New York and San Francisco in the 1970s. Treatments have been developed to slow the progress of the disease, but 35 million people worldwide have died of AIDS since its discovery, and a cure is yet to be found. In this video, we saw pandemics that happened as early as 430 BC, and we saw how few diseases changed the course of mankind's history, the course of mankind's civilization, and we also saw that how it crushed down empires and economic conditions of affected areas. And people need not be worried that coronavirus is a deadly pandemic. Of course, it is deadly, it is a deadly virus, but it is not going to change the entire course of history or economics of India all of a sudden. It can be contained. For more such information, stay connected with the Outdoor Woman.